The NFL just handed Bad Bunny the biggest stage in American sports, the Super Bowl halftime show, the most watched television event of the year. And conservative America is absolutely losing its mind.
Bad Bunny is a rapper who sings in a foreign language, who wears dresses on stage, who kisses men on stage, and will definitely say something negative about Donald Trump or ICE or both when he performs at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Quote, I think there are better examples of character and morality than Bad Bunny.
But Bad Bunny, I will tell you, by saying we are Americans, well, you know who are not Americans? The criminal, illegal aliens who have taken the innocent lives of Americans in this country. So go back to Puerto Rico, Bad Bunny.
Here's what makes this different from every other halftime show controversy we've seen. This isn't just about the music. This isn't just about language barriers or cultural divides. This time is personal. This time it's political. And this time, the backlash isn't coming from Twitter trolls in their basements. It's coming from NFL locker rooms themselves. Bad Bunny got announced as the Super Bowl halftime performer, and immediately the cultural battle lines were drawn. On one side, you've got the global streaming king, the artist who literally dominated music charts worldwide, bringing Latin culture to the biggest stage in American sports. On the other side, you've got critics calling for alternative halftime shows, questioning his character, and demanding the NFL bring back real American music. And the backlash is coming from places you wouldn't expect. NFL players themselves are speaking out.
Quote, I don't even know who Bad Bunny is. I almost said Blue Bunny, the ice cream. Said an NFC offensive player, quote, I think it should be an American. I think they're trying too hard with this international stuff.
That's an actual NFL player saying that, not some random commentator, not some talking head on cable news. An active player in the league, speaking anonymously, expressing what a lot of football fans are thinking, but won't say out loud. And he wasn't alone.
For an NFC offensive player, quote, I don't like it. I'd prefer anyone who's synonymous with football and football culture. I feel like there's a ton of artists out there who are fans of the game.
Think about that for a second. These are the guys on the field, the ones actually playing in the Super Bowl, and they're publicly questioning whether this performer represents what football should be about. That's not just cultural commentary, that's a rebellion from within the league itself. The response has been so intense that there's literally a competing halftime show being organized. Turning Point USA put together what they're calling the All-American Halftime Show, featuring Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett. They're positioning it as the patriotic alternative for real Americans who don't want to watch Bad Bunny.
I didn't get asked to play the Super Bowl itself, so I'm so excited to be able to hang out with my good buddies Brantley and Kid Rock and have a great time there.
Lee Brice is being diplomatic about it, but the organizers aren't. They're framing this as a binary choice. You can either watch the NFL's international Spanish language performer, or you can watch real American country music celebrating real American values. Choose your side in the culture war. Now let's talk about what really set off this powder keg. Bad Bunny doesn't just make music, he makes statements. He's been vocally critical of immigration enforcement policies. He's worn dresses on stage. He's kissed men during performances. He represents everything that makes conservative America uncomfortable, and now he's getting the Super Bowl platform. And just to pour gasoline on an already raging fire, Bad Bunny won 3 Grammys right before the Super Bowl and used his acceptance speech to say "Ice out" before thanking God. He got a standing ovation in that room. But in conservative America, they saw a foreign performer disrespecting American law enforcement on national television, and now he's getting rewarded with the biggest stage in sports. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell tried to calm the waters, insisting Bad Bunny will use the platform to unite rather than divide. But literally nobody believes that. Everyone knows exactly what's coming. Bad Bunny is going to perform in Spanish. He's probably going to wear something that makes conservative America uncomfortable, and he's almost certainly going to make some kind of political statement about ICE, immigration, or Trump. The question isn't whether there will be controversy. The question is how big the explosion will be. And the critics, they're not holding back anymore. Conservative media personalities are going scorched earth on this decision, connecting it directly back to Colin Kaepernick in the anthem protests. In their minds, this is the same pattern. The NFL allowing left-wing politics to infiltrate America's game. First, it was kneeling. Now it's putting a dress-wearing, Trump-criticizing, Spanish-speaking performer on the biggest stage in American sports. The response from some quarters has gotten downright vicious.
But Bad Bunny, I will tell you, by saying we are Americans, well, you know who are not Americans? The criminal, illegal aliens who have taken the innocent lives of Americans in this country. So go back to Puerto Rico, Bad Bunny.
There it is, the mask completely off. Never mind that Puerto Rico is part of the United States. Never mind that Puerto Ricans are American citizens. Never mind that they serve in the U.S. military at higher rates than many states. To these critics, Bad Bunny represents foreign invasion, cultural dilution, and the death of real America. Here's what makes this situation so fascinating. The critics aren't just mad about Bad Bunny, they're mad about what Bad Bunny represents. He represents demographic change. He represents cultural evolution. He represents a version of America that doesn't center their experiences, their music, their values, or their vision of what American culture should be. Lee Brice, who's performing at the alternative halftime show, tried to thread the needle between supporting the alternative event and not completely trashing Bad Bunny or the NFL.
Football is, to me, it's, I grew up, family and football and God and America. And so what I heard there didn't sound like that, but it's kind of a shock to me to hear that.
He's nostalgic for a version of football that felt simpler, more American, more connected to traditional values. And he's not alone. Millions of football fans feel exactly the same way. They want George Strait singing Amarillo by Morning. They want Garth Brooks or Alan Jackson. They want the halftime show to sound like their version of America. But the NFL isn't making decisions based on nostalgia. They're making decisions based on numbers, and the numbers are staggering. Bad Bunny is the most streamed artist on the planet. That's not hyperbole, that's fact. Bad Bunny dominates global streaming numbers in ways that country music artists simply don't. The NFL sees those numbers and sees opportunity. They see international markets. They see younger demographics. They see growth potential beyond the traditional American football audience. And they're willing to alienate their conservative base to chase that growth. The pushback from within NFL locker rooms has been revealing. Players conducted an anonymous poll about the halftime show selection, and the results were split but majority negative. Think about that. NFL players, young, wealthy, culturally connected professional athletes, don't know who the most streamed artist on the planet is. That disconnect reveals the massive cultural gap between football culture and global pop culture. But here's where it gets really interesting. The divide isn't just about music taste or cultural preferences. It's fundamentally about what America represents in 2025.
I'm not trying to, my thing is not to take people apart or draw lines. I want to get on the stage and write songs and play songs and make people feel something, feel good, say what I want to say, how I want to say it, and spread love.
Even Lee Brice, who's performing at the alternative show, is uncomfortable with how divisive this has become. He wants to bring people together through music, not draw cultural battle lines. But the battle is already raging whether he wants to participate or not. The sports commentary shows have been absolutely dissecting this non-stop. Some hosts are defending Bad Bunny's global popularity. Others are questioning whether the football audience will actually enjoy his performance.
The question is the football audience gonna enjoy Bad Bunny in person? We went from Shakira and J-Lo to the Super Bowl in LA with 50 Cent and Eminem and Mary J and Dre
and Dr. Dre,
and Dr. Dre to Rihanna to Usher to Kendrick, and now you're going to Bad Bunny.
That progression tells a story. The NFL has been slowly expanding its halftime show beyond traditional American pop stars. Shakira and J-Lo brought Latin representation. Kendrick brought West Coast hip-hop. Now Bad Bunny is taking it even further. A Puerto Rican reggaeton artist performing primarily in Spanish. And some commentators are brutally honest about their ignorance of who he even is. That confession reveals a massive segment of the traditional football audience that exists in a completely different cultural universe from Bad Bunny's fans. They don't know his music, they've never heard his songs, they might not even know what reggaeton is. and the NFL is asking them to sit through 15 minutes of it during the most important game of the year. The black and white sports commentator connected this controversy to the NFL's broader international push, pointing out that American fans are already frustrated with losing home games to international markets.
You realize every time that there's an international game, a fan base loses a home game. I think that's total horseshit.
The NFL announced multiple international games for the upcoming season: London, Madrid, Munich, Melbourne, Rio, and Paris. Every one of those games means an American city loses a home game. American fans pay PSL fees, buy season tickets, and support their teams, only to watch the league ship games overseas to chase international revenue. And now they're putting a global superstar on the halftime show stage, seemingly confirming that the NFL cares more about international markets than their loyal American base. The NFL isn't just testing international waters, they're fully committed to global expansion, even if it alienates traditional fans in the process. Some commentators are predicting exactly what's going to happen during the halftime show itself.
Everybody I know is not watching this halftime show. Everybody I know is turning the TV off in unison during the halftime show. And I can't wait to find out what the ratings on that's going to be.
There's genuine curiosity about whether the backlash will actually translate into viewership drops. Will conservative football fans actually turn off their TVs during halftime? Will they switch to the alternative show? Or will curiosity and hate watching keep them glued to Bad Bunny's performance? The NFL is betting on the latter. They're betting that controversy drives viewership, not the opposite. They're betting that even people who hate Bad Bunny will watch just to see what happens and complain about it afterwards. And honestly, they're probably right. The halftime show will almost certainly set records for international viewership. Latin America will tune in, Spain will tune in. Global markets that don't traditionally watch American football will tune in specifically for Bad Bunny. The NFL knows this, they're counting on it. The question is whether they're willing to sacrifice domestic enthusiasm for global expansion. Bad Bunny wearing a dress on stage during the Super Bowl halftime show represents everything that conservative football fans fear about where America is heading. It's not just about the dress, it's about cultural change happening faster than they can process. It's about feeling like their values are being marginalized in their own country. It's about watching their traditions evolve in directions they never anticipated or wanted. The halftime show will probably be the most watched 15 minutes of television in years. The cultural conversation afterward will dominate sports media for weeks, and every single person, whether they're watching Bad Bunny or switching to Kid Rock, will be talking about it. The NFL knows exactly what they're doing. They're making a calculated bet that the controversy and buzz will generate more value than any backlash they'll cost them. They're betting that global audiences and younger demographics will more than make up for whatever conservative viewers they might lose. And they're betting that ultimately, football is big enough and important enough that even people furious about Bad Bunny will still tune in for the game.
They're probably right, because at the end of the day, this is still the Super Bowl. This is still the biggest sporting event in America. And whether you're watching for the football, the halftime show, or just the commercials, you're still watching. You're still paying attention. You're still making the NFL the center of American culture for one special Sunday. Bad Bunny in a dress might make you uncomfortable. It might make you angry, but it definitely won't make you ignore the NFL. And that's exactly what the league is counting on.